Do you guys remember a few weeks ago when Josh Naylor erupted for 8 RBIs or something crazy like that? Well, it happened again, not the 8 RBIs, but my man went absolutely loco and he was headbutting people, but not just anyone. That was Terry Francona, Tito. This guy's crazy. What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We have so much to discuss today. We have another 3 home run game from someone. Ohtani might be the new AL MVP frontrunner, yes, ahead of Aaron Judge. And Freddie Freeman got royally screwed by his agent. We're going to go ahead and break it down right now. Remember, guys, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek if you're going to any games or concerts anytime soon. Also, there should be a video coming out tomorrow because the All-Star votes are coming out and they're not good. So make sure you guys are subscribed and have your bells turned on. That is going to be a spicy video, but let's go ahead and get into the recap from yesterday. Cleveland got 2 early runs on some Christmas gifts from Minnesota. They were feeling very festive and jolly. How nice of them. But I guess the tables turned and the Twins were back at it on homers from Babe Ruth. I mean, Alex Kirilloff and Gio Urshela. Gio Urshela just loves hurting his former team. Minnesota actually found themselves up by 3 going into the final frame, and no way the comeback kids can do it again, right? Well, there's an RBI double from Ahmed Rosario. Kwan scores on a pass ball, and I guess we kind of already spoiled it. Josh Naylor goes the other way for a 2-run missile. He was so hyped up from that walk-off home run that he was headbutting people, he was yelling. And again, he wasn't headbutting just anyone. That was Terry Francona who was playing along because, I mean, Josh Naylor does go crazy, so he was prepared for it. Talking about Tito, he was ready for the headbutt, and this team is so much fun to watch. Now, the timing of this walk-off is crazy because the sunshine was out yesterday in Arizona. Get it? Because Mike Clevenger's nickname is Sunshine, and Mike had himself a day. Now, before that happened, Jake Cronenworth and CJ Abrams gave Mike early run support, and Clevenger cruised through 6 innings. He allowed just 1 hit on 1 walk. He struck out 6, and this is the Clevenger that Padres fans have been waiting for, which is, again, the craziest timing because Josh Naylor was acquired in the Clevenger trade, and Clevenger had his best start as a member of the Padres, so kind of funny at that timing. Luke Voigt and Jake Cronenworth both driving a few more to extend their lead to 4-0 when Nick Martinez gets credited for a 3-inning save. So the Padres, they only needed 2 pitchers yesterday. That was a big-time W for them. Now, let's talk about the Marlins because they scored a few. Yeah, that's fine. But I have to talk about Sandy Alcantara. He came into this one having thrown 7+ innings in 9 consecutive starts. So if you look up the word workhorse in the dictionary, you're going to see a picture of Sandy Alcantara. He does allow a few, and he actually found himself down a run going into the 9th when Avi Garcia muscles all the way up and gives his pitcher the lead. That shows some dog right there. And of course, as soon as I talk about Ryan Helsley in yesterday's recap, he implodes. Cardinals fans, I am sorry. Sandy goes back out for the 9th, and Don Mattingly almost took him out, but he had faith in his ace. He let Sandy stay in with runners on. There's a double play to end it. He now has a 1.95 ERA. Jeez, this guy is so good. 10 consecutive starts, throwing 7+ innings. Seattle opens the floodgates early with 3 runs in the 2nd. And yeah, they really poured it on in the 4th as Sam Haggerty plays Toro. And oh my sweet Jesus, J-Rod hit this to Aaron Judge territory. He bat flips the heck out of this one. He is just 21 years old. He has 15 doubles, 12 home runs, 19 stolen bases, a 132 WRC plus, and 4 outs above average in center field. I can't express how insane baseball is going to be when Tatis, DeGrom, Mookie, Ronald, Harper, all of these guys come back and they're healthy. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Anyways, that pretty much sums up this one as the Mariners are really trying to find their groove and do their best to pop off for a streak before the All-Star break. Alex Verdugo, aka Dougie as I like to call him, he put his team out in front in the 6th. Okay, never mind, the lead is gone. Tapia ties it in the 8th inning, but just like Minnesota and Cleveland, this one is going to need extras as well. JD drives in 1 on a hit by pitch, and Dougie delivers again. The kid now has 43 RBIs on the season. He's no Mookie Betts, but he has been serviceable in replacement of Mookie. The Red Sox escape by the hairs on their chinny chin chin as Boston officially leapfrogs Toronto. They are now in 2nd place in the AL East. Zach Greinke was making his 500th career start, and he did not disappoint. MJ Melendez, the rookie, helped the cause with an RBI single, and Kyle Isbell roped his 2nd home run of the year. Greinke easily had his best start of 2022, limiting the Rangers to 1 earned run over 6 innings. He's at 75 career WAR, by the way, which has him about tied with Justin Verlander, who we are going to talk about, and Greinke is just 159 strikeouts away from 3,000. He is a lock to make the Hall of Fame, at least in my opinion. Greinke's former team, the Astros, they were back at it, but this time it was much harder because Taijuan Walker was incredible. He was slicing and dicing all night long, He came out after nearly 7 brilliant innings. But as you can see, the score is still 0-0, and that's because JV was pitching. Justin Verlander, 39 years old, coming off Tommy John. He might be having the best start to a season he's ever had. 8 shutout innings against the Mets. He now owns a 2.03 ERA. He's not striking out people nearly as often, but his story has been incredible. He and Greinke are both no doubt Hall of Famers in my opinion. Oh, who won the game? Jason Castro ran into a pitch and Presley did not implode, and the Astros are now 30 games above 500. So the Phillies, they gained a bunch of ground over the last few weeks and are quickly losing it after taking back-to-back losses against Atlanta. Contreras singles home Olsen after Olsen ripped his 30th double. I'm not kidding. I had to go check. I thought it was a troll tweet. 30 doubles already? Duvall socks a home run, and the rookie sensation Michael Harris has been so good. He's hitting .330 with a 133 OPS plus and a 1.2 WAR already. Yeah, they made the right move trading away Christian Pache for this kid to get the time. Will Smith tossed the clean inning with 2 strikeouts. He's back in the closing role with AJ Minter as Kenley Jansen is with his family and figuring out his heart issue. Olsen, by the way, made history. He became the first Brave ever with 30+ doubles before the All-Star break. He has a few more games, and also he hit his 31st double later in that game. That is incredible. Mark Appel, I just want to mention, he was the #1 overall pick in 2013. He was out of baseball. He retired, then he unretired, and he pitched his first ever inning yesterday, a clean inning, might I add, and I'm just really happy for not only him, but his family as well, because that is a long journey, as a lot of people would consider him the biggest bust ever. Finally, someone threw away the Dodgers voodoo doll, especially when it comes to playing the Rockies. That voodoo doll was vanquished. We're going to talk about Freeman in depth in just a moment, but here he is hitting a mammoth 450-foot home run. The RBI phenom Trey Turner brings home 2 more, and Will Smith, nope, this is a different Will Smith. He belted one 430 feet for a 2-run bomb. Urias, he was I guess, allowing 3 earned runs over 5 1/3. But look who showed up late to the party. Cody B now has 13 doubles, 10 home runs. He needs to get back to 2018, 2019 Belly when he was walking about 13% of the time. I think this year he's only walking 6 to 7%. But staying with the Dodgers, an update on Freddie Freeman. So yesterday I pretty much hinted at the fact that Freddie Freeman might have regretted signing with the Dodgers, and it came out that he fired his agent because not only did he not strike a deal with the Braves, which is what he initially wanted, but apparently the agent withheld information. There was a final offer from the Braves that Freddie was not made aware of, so he fired that guy. And honestly, I don't know if I feel bad for Freddie 100% because he took his sweet time. He kind of backed the Braves into a corner, and even though that final offer was present, I mean, the dude waited, what, 5-6 months to make a decision? The Braves had no choice. And Matt Olson, considering he's from Atlanta, I think Braves fans are doing just fine. But hey, if there was a 1-for-1 trade Freddie Freeman for Matt Olson, I wouldn't mind that. We've talked about a lot of future Hall of Famers in this video. Let's talk about one more, at least in my opinion. Evan Longoria now has 325 career home runs, and I just wanted to give Longo some love because his team did not win. Ronnie Garcia of the Tigers, he settled down and he kept his team in it, and that was enough time to allow Eric Haas to deliver in the clutch. He was so good in 2021, and he's been awful, and that kind of describes the 2022 Tigers in a whole. Jonathan Scope, Robbie Grossman, Torkelson, they have been horrific this year, but regardless, they beat a good team in San Francisco, and Soto somehow has 15 saves and a 2.57 ERA. I thought that he was bad this year, and I just swallowed dust. Hold on. So there's one home run for Bryan Reynolds, and there's one from Vogie, but hey, that's the second of the day for Bryan Reynolds. Can we make it 3, please? There is a 3-run Oppo Taco for Bryan Reynolds' 3rd home run of the day. Bryan started off the year a little bit slow, but he has been a machine the last few weeks. He's hitting .340 with 8 home runs and nearly 20 RBIs in the month of June alone. It ends up being a 1-run game, so you have De Los Santos coming in to close it out. But what do we think? Do we believe that Bryan Reynolds is going to get traded? Because right now, the way that he's been playing in June, if Pittsburgh does decide to move him, they are going to get a massive haul, which is kind of what Pittsburgh needs, but Bryan Reynolds is such a great player. You might want to hold on to him because they do technically have him under contract for the next 2 or 3 seasons. The Yankees have also been the comeback kids along with Cleveland. They mashed their way back into the ball game after their starters the last few days have been a tad bit shaky. Judge pulls this one 430 feet for his 29th home run already of the year. Stanton finishes off with a 3-run laser beam to the opposite way, and that's all she wrote. Clay Holmes has firmly grasped the closing role, I think he is the guy. He has a 0.49 ERA and 14 saves. Yeah, that's going to get the job done. I think that Chapman might be gone. I'm not saying that he's not going to be a closer anymore, but for the Yankees, they kind of don't need him. He's always a headache on the bump, and right now, because he still has been fairly good this year, you could probably get a few pieces, considering there are a lot of bad bullpens across Major League Baseball who could use the services of Chapman and might overpay for the guy. Rowdy Tellez started this one off with a bang, and speaking of bang, God, I hope this guy's all right. Jonathan Davis risked it all for this catch, and I hope that he's okay as he bangs it to the wall and makes the grab. He stays in the game, so I think that he's going to be all right moving forward. Luis Urias has a 2-run home run in back-to-back games now, and Tellez smokes his second of the game as Jace Peterson even gets in on the action. Josh Hader has 24 saves. The Brewers have won 4 in a row, and they're almost 2 games ahead of the Cardinals for first place. I know that Aaron Judge is having an MVP season, but right now, he has a 0% chance of winning if Shohei Ohtani keeps this up. You guys have to remember, the Angels pitching staff is not very good. Their lineup is not very good. So when you have Shohei Ohtani with 17 home runs and a 140 WRC plus, also pitching 22 innings without allowing a single run, that is huge. That is the most valuable player in baseball, in my opinion. He got the lead and never looked back. He struck out 11, only walked 1. Rengifo blasted a 2-run shot for good measure, and Raisel Iglesias closes it out for his 15th save. So again, Ohtani has 17 home runs, a 140 WRC plus, and don't forget the 2.68 ERA and 2.54 FIP. Right now, because of how good the Yankees are, you could take out Aaron Judge and they still would be a 500 team. The Angels, where would they be without Ohtani? They might be 15 games under 500. And also, I just need to really emphasize this. Please cherish Shohei Ohtani. We will never see this ever again unless it's Shohei Ohtani doing it in 2023, 2025. We are witnessing history. And last but not least, I don't know if this is weird to say, but I really want Ian Happ to get traded because I want him on a winning team, but also I want Cubs fans to be able to enjoy him because they love Ian Happ. He is having a monster year, and Nico makes it 3-0 on a double. Contreras gets into this one for a 2-run jack, snatching souls as a catcher. 13 home runs, a 150-ish WRC plus. That is insane for a backstop. Christopher Morel gets all of this baseball, 430 feet for his 6th home run already. He's making it easier to want to move on from Ian Happ because Brennan Davis is in the works in the minors. He just has to stop striking out so much, talking about Christopher Morel. Well, everyone, that is going to do it for today's recap. Thank you all so much for the love. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 400,000. Hopefully we can get there before the All-Star break. Thank you guys again for watching, and enjoy the web gems.
Ground ball toward the middle. Lindor flags it down, spins around, and throws him out.
Likely see Trey Turner at the All-Star game at Dodger Stadium once again this year. That ball drifting back.
I think Dawes off the bat judged it quite right, because it doesn't look like Trey Turner really caught it. And as if you're watching this,
didn't hit it hard, charging in center field and making the catch is George Springer.
Off the end of the bat and then broke in and never broke stride.
This ball smoked, caught at first by Miranda, dives to the bag, and he doubles up the base runner. Simultaneously, Rosario diving back to the base. He is ruled out by Ted.
That ball roped.
What a snag by Aledmys Diaz, who will bounce one to you. That line drive by Guillorme.
That was remarkable. No way did I think that he was going to be able to catch this.